Hello there, fellow humans. Welcome back for another episode of the Anime Podcast Show. So, let's get the ball rolling to the first segment of the show, and that would be new interest in anime. So, for this series, I've started watching in 2021, and this series, it's based on whatever you say about these sextuplet brothers. Well, what series the hell I am talking about? Well, this series is called Mr. Osomatsu. Mr. Osomatsu, or Osomatsu-kun, is a comedy manga series created by Fujio Akasuka, which ran in Suga Shuriken Weekly Shonen Sunday magazine from 1962 to 1969. It ran for 7 years in the magazine. The series is about a group sextuplet brothers who cause all sorts of mischief. There's actually two different anime series. One was aired in 1966 and the other was aired in 1988, but none of them are much popular at that time, and it wasn't familiar to the international audience, but it would not get a reboot series until in 2015. The popularity started to grow again in 2015 in Japan when they first announced it, and the studio decided to create a reboot series and not adapting from the manga. So the studio, what studio I am talking about? Well, I am talking about Studio Period. So they decided to make the brothers as adults and have more adult humor. And after its first debut with their first episode, it turned into a negativity. But rather that, with their second episode to the end of the first season, mostly positive because of the sense of humor, and the fans absolutely loved it, except for Studio Period. Actually, when they aired that episode on TV Tokyo, and now they have to make apology about that first episode, and they were going to make a press conference and apologize about it, because of a misunderstanding character was used without their permission, so it was a provision copyright law, so they decided to, without the unaired pilot episode, they are not going to add that in the DVD or a Blu-ray future releases. Speaking about releases, we have finally have an English dub release for Osomatsu for the first time ever, released by Viz Media, finally. And actually, we have an English cast assembled at Anime Weekend Atlanta, and we'll be voicing 6 brothers. They haven't announced of a release until 3 years later in 2021, releasing the first season, and the fans loved it. Happy of the cast, it's one of those shows in a comedy genre have a best English dub. They're making a second and third seasons, and 3 theatrical movies, 2019, 2022, and I'm hoping 2023 will get that third movie. So, what has been my interest with the Osomatsu series? Well, a part to the story happened was around 2020 ago. I was hanging out with a voice actor on Twitch and mentioning about the series, and he mentioned about it. I'm going, okay, I don't know anything about this series, and I was curious about it until the first season release came out in somewhere in May or June of 2021, and it came out. Then I didn't know who voiced the brothers as well. Well, I already know one, but I didn't know who the others. Then around 6 a.m. in that morning, someone in the Discord sent me a clip of the dub, and I felt in love with it. And I didn't know it was a freaking comedy anime series. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I fell in love with the series. And I think about 14 episodes of the first season, and then I'd actually stopped. Since then, I haven't continued with the series. But I'm going to try to come back again to watch it. But I know there has some really good, interesting moments throughout the show. But still, I am very excited to see more. So that is my interest with Mr. Osomatsu. Now moving to the new segment of the show, and that will be anime review. So about this new segment is, this is a replacement segment to remembering your childhood watching anime. If you don't remember that segment, well, I'll give you a little brief about it. So since I was a 3-year-old lad, that I was exposed with anime from 2003 to 2010. So, now for this segment, I'm going to be talking about is the returning to the world of anime throughout of 2017 through to 2020. So just right before the pandemic days. So let's start off with this new series that I got into, and this is the world I never explored for. And this was my first new anime series that I've never seen before. So, feeling in a new environment to the anime world is what series are out there. Like, hell, I don't even know about. So, what's the first new series I want to get into? So, the series I got into was way back in 2018 was Bleach. After a year, I came back watching anime and haven't started a new show. You should get punished for it. You're a fake fan. No, 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 no. No, it's not like that. I'm still learning at that time. Still, you get punished. It was mid-April of 2018. Browsing on comicbook.com website. I used to get my news from there. But anyway, I saw something every time it pops up on my screen, and that was the first official trailer for the Bleach live-action movie, and going, oh, good grief. Not a freaking live-action movie again. But anyway, when I saw the trailer, the visuals, the CGI, it was not too bad, to be honest. Not that bad, as I expected. So I was curious about it, and before the film comes out, let's kick off the series and watched it. So I watched it around way back in May of 2018, and I fell in love with it. And immediately, then I decided at the last minute to make a new script for my Year 12 HSC drama assessment, because at the time, I was working on a Dragon Ball storyline would be based on the Future Trunks storyline with the androids 17 and 18, but that one got scrapped. So with the new monologue script I have to do is the adaptation and the plot for the film, and use elements from the first two seasons and use iconic moments or scenes throughout of it. And it turns out into the Ichigo's monologue of his experience as a substitute Soul Reaper, and during the final rehearsals, I have to remember the characters' names. So, here's the funny part of that story. So, I remember we were, okay, this is a funny part of the story. So, on my phone, I played the episodes I downloaded over and over again. But a funny part to the story is, I remember it on the day of the performance day. And thank God it was a sport day. Thank God it was. And my teachers never realized I used my phone for references. If I did, I'll get in trouble. But I was so freaking lucky. Anyway, I wanted to promote the movie because the film was about to be out by that time, and my teachers and my classmates loved it. My principal talked to me about it, about my performance, and there's one point in the performance. I haven't told that part of the story to anyone, but you all be first to know about it. So, there's one point in the performance, I bumped my freaking head when I recreated the scene where Ichigo fought the Hollow as the first time being a Soul Reaper. I just bumped my head, go boop, there you go, and just did my monologue here and there. So, after watching Bleach, and I thought, wait, hang on. Wait a minute. Where is the 1,000-Year Blood War arc? And actually never got produced. After that, doing research on Bleach of what happened to the original run that was ended in 2012, well, it was due to the low ratings in Japan. So that's why they ended their run and just pulled the plug just like that. And we will never hear Bleach again. Then in the same year, in 2018, funny story for that is around September in 2018, it was just days before I graduated high school. I cannot even believe that the live-action movie of Bleach is coming to Netflix, and I was so happy about it. And I think it was on the 14th of September on the day, yes. So when it was launched on the day, I had a movie night, and my mind was blown away, and I loved it. Then in October that year, I was on vacation at the time when I saw something on comicbook.com website. One of the articles saying some of the cast from the English dub of Bleach are coming to reprise their roles, and some videos from the anime had been replaced due to the personality of the characters throughout the movie, and didn't fit for our main cast. And I was like, what? And then 2 or 3 weeks later, the dub is out on Netflix. I'd actually enjoyed that too. But that's the most I really enjoyed. But it's still great to hear them again. If we were speculating if the Thousand Year Blood War anime is coming in the near future, and actually it officially happened, and that was announced by Shonen Jump magazine in March of 2020. It's actually 3 days before my 20th birthday, announcing Bleach will mark their return for the final arc, and I was surprised. And actually, before leading up updates of it was the anniversary back in 2021 for the manga until in mid-2021, giving us for more updates that are saying officially 2022 will be the year that Bleach will make their return. And then throughout of 2022, and I was like, oh my lord, we got so many great updates here and there. And every time in saying full core seasons, how many episodes they ask would be. And right now, it'd be saying 52 episodes to air. And I'm going, my god, that's a lot of episodes. And that's freaking exciting. And also, getting the cast back together for one last time and getting our bankais ready for the second half of the story would awaiting. So that is for anime review segment, and I love talking about these type of stories. I can't wait to share more stories like this in the future. Now let's move on to the next segment of the show, and that would be announcements. So let's see what's been announced throughout of 2023. So this week has been super nuts, and we have so many great announcements. So I want to share these 3 announcements with you all. So the first announcement was coming from, if you are fans of this sporting anime series, I would call it Prince of Tennis. And as we all know that the anime series Prince of Tennis had a new anime series last year. And now they just officially announced that they are going to do a second part of the U17 World Cup. And that will be the semifinals series. So that's going to come out sometime in 2024. That's very exciting. As of me as a fan of these type of anime shows, I've never seen this one. But I'm very excited what they're going to do with this particular season for the World Cup season. And that will come out sometime in 2024. So, yeah. Next up is the Mr. Osomatsu movie. We all know that there is a third Mr. Osomatsu movie coming up. And that's a part of a 6th anniversary project, I believe. I think it's a 5th anniversary or 6th, I don't remember. But anyway, in the official website, it said here that the main visual, the full trailer, and we got the name of the film called Mr. Osomatsu, the Soul's Tikakuiki Party, and the Legendary Sleepover Party. This is very interesting, and seeing the difference of what this film is going to be. And to be honest, I have not seen these 2 films that came out previously. And that's very exciting and what they're going to do with it. And I'm hoping there would be an English dub for these films. So I'm super excited what they're going to do with it. But I don't know if a dub is going to happen. But we shall see. We shall see. Mark your calendars up for the Black Clover movie on June 16th. And the last announcement is just the other day. And Shalu story. So I was ordering pizza, and then I saw a notification on my phone on Twitter, and it said, we got some news for Devil is a Part-Timer, and I'm very excited for it. And it seems they're going to give us some brand new details of what's going to be happening. So I would call it Season 3 of Devil is a Part-Timer. And of course, that in the second season, there is an exclamation mark. But in this one, as of Season 3, it's a second exclamation mark. I still don't know why the producers and the writers decided to put a second explanation mark. Well, who knows. Anyway, back to topic here. that Devil's a Part-Timer Season 3, I am still looking forward to what they can do with it. And July 13th is the date of when the third season comes out. But if you still want to call it second season, go ahead. I would say, well, if you're curious saying this is Season 2 Part 2, who knows? But I'll still call it Season 3. But I am still looking forward to what they're going to do with that. I'm super excited for it. So anyway, that is it for the Anime Podcast Show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening and watching this. I hope you all enjoyed it. Comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. And hit that notification bell if you want to know when I upload again. So that is it. Take care of yourselves, everyone. And stay safe. And peace.